Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang Berusaha, saudara Tuan Mengerusi, datuk-datuk, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati. Assalamualaikum dan salam satu Malaysia. It's always a challenge to speak after, when a professional speaker has spoken. So anyway, projek Polgis PEN ini, sebenarnya Polgis PEN ini is a Police Online GIS and the PEN is for Penang. Okay. Projek ini sebenarnya adalah cetusan idea atau the brainchild of yang dihormati Ketua Polis Pulau Pinang, Datuk Bira Ayub Haji Yaakob, and also the deputy at that time, Datuk Tun Hisan, Tun Hamzah, the present CPO of Selangor. Okay. This is in line dengan Pulau Pinang, negeri Pulau Pinang was declared by OPM sebagai pencegahan jenayah dengan kaedah high-tech policing. Okay. Polgis Penang ini adalah berdasarkan actually from the crime mapping, and also gabungan dengan what we call the e-sector, which I will explain later on. Okay. Projek ini sebenarnya adalah kerjasama yang amat erat antara agensi-agensi, iaitu PDRM, MACD, pihak JPPD Negeri, PEGIS, dan juga pihak syarikat Geointelligence. Okay. I will touch today on latar belakang projek, rational projek, objektif projek, teknologi perisian, reka bentuk aplikasi dan infrastruktur, plan perancangan serta persembahan aplikasi Polgis Penang. Okay. Latar belakang dia iaitu kronologi dia. Okay. Kita actually mula daripada September 2009. Okay, di mana pihak PDRM for the first time telah mendapat pengenalan asas daripada pihak JPPD Negeri yang melatih pegawai dan anggota kita. Okay. Dan mulai daripada 1 hari bulan Januari 2010, kita telah mula dengan collection data on crime map itself. Okay. So pada Jun 2010, kertas kerja telah we send up the kertas kerja to pihak MACD, dan kelulusan serta tawaran telah kita dapati pada September 2010. In fact, we got allocation from pihak MACD whereby actually it's a very big boost for our project. Okay. So seterusnya projek itu was kick off and pelaksanaan dia was slightly delayed. Actually it is not because of any delay. Actually we are adding in the e-police sector, the other application that we actually require. Okay. The rationale of this project is untuk membangunkan aplikasi untuk merekodkan butir dan lokasi jenayah semasa laporan polis dibuat dan butiran untuk aplikasi e-sector. Okay. Dan membangunkan aplikasi untuk penganalisa jenayah, that is trend, the crime trend and also the crime pattern, dan maklumat e-sector. Okay. Menyediakan kemudahan untuk penyediaan statistik jenayah serta membentuk data-data untuk bersesuaian dalam membentuk tematik bagi paparan lokasi jenayah. Okay. Objektif aplikasi kita. Okay. Pertama adalah untuk meningkatkan proses pengumpulan maklumat jenayah daripada kaedah manual kepada kaedah berkomputer. In fact, untuk pihak polis, daripada dulu lagi kita memang buat statistik jenayah di Sendet, tetapi kita buat secara manual dengan buat pin map lah, dengan lukis apa, we plot it dengan pin. So after 1 month terpaksa cabut habis pin. Then we put in again. So bila nak tengok rekod dah tak ada. So this is the problem. So when we computerize the thing, at least we can go back and we can study the pattern in more detail. Okay. Lepas tu sistem aplikasi secara online disokong oleh teknologi berasaskan GIS. Okay. Then sistem proses menganalisa jenayah, that is crime analysis. Okay. Mengenalpasti trend serta corak jenayah semasa dalam perancangan strategi-strategi pencegahan jenayah yang lebih berkesan dan efektif. And this actually help us because kita pihak PDRM ni kita memang menghadapi masalah sumber manusia serta logistik. So with this, it help us actually to optimize the manpower that we have and also the logistic support that we have untuk memerangi jenayah. Menjadikan Balai Polis sebagai pusat maklumat, information base. Okay? Because masa dulu juga, if anything actually we go to the police station. Daripada kita lahir, sampailah kita mati actually. Because dulu-dulu tu birth certificate actually keluar by Balai Polis. Okay? So actually everything, kalau kita duduk kampung tu, actually everything we go to the Balai Polis. But now everybody don't want to come to Balai Polis, dia kata sui. That is a fact actually, okay? So now actually we want to make our Balai Polis to be more informative, whereby actually if you think about it, we are the actual 7-Eleven of the government. 24 jam kita buka. We have so many outlets. So we are actually the best outlet. So we better make full use of that, okay? Dan pemantauan melibatkan IPK, IPD, balai dan sektor. Actually, we go deep into it. That's why the hierarchy of command from the IPK level to the IPD, to the balai, and to the sector itself. Okay? Okay, ini gambar masa saya handsome lagi lah. Okay, it was 2009 at the time. We started off with our latihan actually, the transfer of technology. Okay? Then activity, we were actually discussing, having a lot of argument, everybody scolding everybody, but actually it's all for the best. Actually, we are very close with one another to get what we actually want for the society. Okay? Okay, technology persian. Actually, what this POLGIS is actually based on the ArcGIS platform, actually version 10, isn't it? Okay? And this technical jargon, I'm running short of time, so I have to skip this. Okay. Then reka bentuk aplikasi, actually we have a few modules that we set up. Is modul pencarian, modul laporan, modul daftar jenayah, modul JOS Astarik, modul e-sector, okay, and with the support of GIS mapping tools. Okay. Then actually, we are actually very lucky to actually with the assistance of MACD to help us with this funding so we can start off. Because actually when we started off initially, we don't have the tool. So actually, you see, for a layman, a policeman like me, and especially those in the balai, you see, ArcGIS is not easy to handle lah. Pening kepala kita boleh. Dengan SQL command kita pun dia command, kita nak command dia, lah dia tak mau dengar. So we actually have a lot of problems, see. So that is why with this interface that's developed, actually it makes us very user-friendly, so we can make full use of it. Okay? So on the side is actually the data collection program, whereby it's actually done by in the police station itself. The man collecting the terima report itself, and also on the e-sector pula, our anggota sector is actually collecting the data. Okay, then on the side of the future plan, okay, we are talking about integration later, future integration with even the police reporting system, whereby the police reporting system might, you know, in further upgrade because now it's in narrative format. So we hope that it can go in, you know, in a more, how to say, you know, fill in the blanks, this type of thing, so that we can take in the attributes and all these things for processing. So it will be a big challenge if we can even integrate it with a system C4I in their later stage. Okay? So the crime map actually what we are mapping is two category, iaitu jenayah kekerasan, okay, and also jenayah harta benda. Okay. So in jenayah kekerasan, actually international standard, we are taking the 7 international standard, is 7 on kekerasan and 7 on jenayah harta benda. Okay. But for us, we take in 11 on kekerasan, additional 4 because we take this additional 4 for our police studies. So, but international is actually 7 to 7. Okay. Reka bentuk infrastructure. For this project, the Polgis, actually we don't have enough fund actually to go for all the balais that we have in Penang. So we selected 6 police station for this pilot project and also our IPK. Okay. So the police involved is Balai Polis Bayang Baru, Pulau Tikus, Bukit Mertajam, Jalan Patani, Bandar Baru, and also Jeletung. So these are quite heavy in crime in that sense. Okay. So plan perancangan masa depan, kajian analisa keperluan, we will study this one. Actually it's been done that we already set up this program, penyediaan perkakasan perisian peringkat pilot, pembangunan aplikasi, and 6 balai system to go online. Actually, we are in process of going online actually. Then on the second is pelaksanaan sistem Polgis peringkat negeri Pulau Pinang. So this is our future program lah. So to integrate more with, even later on, if we can integrate with a CCTV system that we have actually in our CCC control center, then traffic light, monitoring of traffic light systems, CAT system, whatever. Then also to police interactive kiosk that we plan that, we can talk to the public. Actually, we have a interactive kiosk 4 in Penang now that you push a button, you will talk to the control center actually. This is part of our Safe City program. So, so far, actually, for the implementation of the Safe City program, yang 3 langkah segera tu, iaitu pencahayaan, penghalang pengadang laluan pejalan kaki, and also pemasangan cermin keselamatan. So, this langkah under NKRA ni, these 3 steps on CPTED, in fact, this is a 3rd year implementation. Actually, we base the location and the type of steps to be taken on our GIS map, on our what you call a crime map. And actually it's been very successful. Okay, persembahan aplikasi. Okay, this is the first page, the paparan to log in. Okay, modul pentadbiran, very normal, routine. Okay, okay. Info, click on tool for IPK and IPD. So actually we are going online. So for our IPK itself, the command control center itself, even the CPO office, in the future what we want is, when you see the state, actually it will turn color. If the index goes to a 1, it will still be green. So it goes until 5, it go amber, and it goes more than 5, it will turn red. So from the map there, when we click on the map actually, then it will show actually which IPD is the contributor. Okay? So when we go into IPD, the contributor, which is the actual contributor, then we click in further into the IPD, actually it will show us actually, this is the interface actually. When we click in, that will show us actually which balai is the contributor. Okay? So by that, we can, in IPK, the control will be there. You click on IPK, it will go to IPD and also to the balai, and even after balai, it goes into sector. Which sector itself is the contributor. So we can see real time. Actually, every day, the sequence change. So from tengah malam start 001, the score chart starts. So today we score how many? Okay? So from there, actually, we can zoom in which sector is involved. What is the problem there? So when we're doing real time, this is how actually we can do crime prevention. Because if not, you can have all the statistics 2 tahun lepas. So we are trying to implement steps and strategy based on statistics 2 tahun lepas. So the crime might not be even there anymore. So what we actually want is the real time. What is the problem now? What we are facing today? So we get the right strategy to counter that problem. So this helps us a lot actually. Okay? This interface, you can see the balai. Some is green, some is red, some is amber. Okay? When we click into the balai, you can even see who is the OCS. Okay? The alamat, anything, actually we can click in, we can go further. So actually for this jenayah harta jenayah kekerasan, actually we record 64 attributes. A long thing, that's why we can do analysis. Okay? And for the jenayah harta benda, actually we have 58 attributes. So from there, actually we can do a lot of analysis. Okay? IPD, as you can see, Balai Polis, petunjuk harian, daily jenayah mengikut balai. Okay. And with this page, you can see this one actually I'm giving a sample here. It's not a real thing because I'm not supposed to release this. Okay. Fungsi ini menunjukkan petunjuk mingguan. We can go by, actually we can sort by daily, weekly, or even a time frame from here to here. Okay? Because actually we have another challenge actually when soalan dewan actually. Sometimes they are asking us a lot of questions whereby it will take a lot of times for us to go in to look for the answer. Misalnya they want to know, the Dewan they pose a question, berapa kes terlibat pendatang asing, bangsa this country, wanita terlibat dengan kes jenis ini. So to sort out all the reports and everything to come up with an answer is actually a challenge. So with this actually it will be very fast. Okay? Maklumat terkini, maklumat tahunan, okay? Okay, and also from here we can generate reports, okay? In bar chart, okay? And we can choose actually ikut sempadan balai polis, sempadan daerah, sempadan balai, sempadan sektor, because like the just now, our Puan Ruzina was saying, dia border police ini, the boundary of Balai Police actually is on our own actually. We are having our own boundaries, okay? And sometimes this boundary is dynamic, you know. We can even change according to the requirement, okay? Because I give you a contoh, I give you an example. Formerly, FIZ area is under Balai Polis Bayan Lepas. But because of the factory itself, they says, we want to be under Bayan Baru because it is nearer to us. So they put up the request, we have to put up a paperwork, why we, is suitable this and that. We submit it to Bukit Rahman and they says, okay, we agree, draw the border. So now FIZ is under Bayan Baru. So this border is actually dynamic. Okay, so it keep on changing. So I think I have a latest border compared to yours. Okay, so we can present it in various forms of charts and all these things. Actually, it'll help us a lot. Actually, when we have to do a presentation and all these things during visits and all these things. Okay, then we can come up with statistics, mengikut balai keseluruhan, all these things. In fact, this search is not actually for one. Actually, we can do a lot of combinations. Because we have the attributes, so we can have all the various choices and all the choices there. Okay, this is the line graph. Okay, curi motorcycle. In fact, we have 64 fields and 64 attributes. Okay, you can see the thing there. When we click in, we can actually see all the cases actually when we key in. Okay, Okay, module E-sector. That's why I'm rushing actually. I nak jual ubat sikit pasal E-sector ni because it's something new that we come out in Penang. Actually, E-sector is something that we come out in Penang. Okay, using our police sectoring program and with the enhancement of GIS. Actually, what we do in e-sectoring is, I take as an example of Balai Police Pulau Tikus. The whole balai, we subdivide it into 10 sectors. Okay? So in every sector, we place one in charge and 6 men. Okay? So they function something like 1 sheriff and 6 deputies. And they are responsible for that sector itself. And this sector size is practically walking distance. If they, take a big round, maybe take them 2 hours to make a whole round. So actually, the task of these 6 men is to really go down to the ground. They spend all the time dengan community. They are part of the community. We want them, the community to know them and vice versa. They know the community. In fact, anything happen to the community, they must know. Whether there is a funeral, a wedding, whatever goes on, they must know. Okay? And they go around talking to people. That is part of one of the initiative of the NKRA, whereby we meet and greet, stop and talk. So actually, by implementing this, we have 10 sectors, we have the team going down. Actually, we have minimum of 10 team going down every day to talk to the people, to know their problems. And the public there, the community there, all of them have these guys' numbers. So if anything, they don't want to come to the police station, they can anytime call these sector members. Okay? And while they are doing that, they go around from house to house, they collect information. There is data collection. Okay. Actually, we collected 75 attributes, 75 fields from every house. Okay. When you see, we try to get, share information. We try to get from departments. Let's say, for example, they give us primary schools. All the dot there, primary school. Location is there, let long is there, everything is there. But there is no further information. Okay. But for us, we want to go more detail. Who is the headmaster? What is his contact number? Who is the discipline master? How many staff they have? How many teachers they have? How many students they have? Okay. Time is running out. So anyway, we go deeper than that. Even banks, instead of just bank, this area is a bank, this area is a bank, we want to know what bank. Who is the bank manager? How many staff they have? Whether they have CCTV or not. Even houses we go. We find out what is your car, how many cars you have, what type of cars you have, your registration number. Whether they are having Indonesian made or whatever, we even recorded that. So if you want to find out how many Indonesian made, we just click onto it, which sector is it, and we find out how many Indonesian made is actually there. Which houses are having Indonesian made. Okay. Initially, we start off this program, I have hell of a lot of people calling in asking why your man is asking all these things. You see? So after explaining to them, touch wood, they are very, very cooperative. And for us, PDRM and the public get very, very close. Even we have a lady coming in and telling us, can you please change your record? I already changed my car. This is a real fact. Actually, it happened. Okay? And since we have started in Pulau Tikus, Balai Police Pulau Tikus a year ago, the crime rate in that area actually dropped by 41%. Actually dropped. Okay? Ini bukan publicity, real case. Okay? So it's getting to be very effective. And even if we want to see how many doctors we have in the area, how many houses these people are, we can even find out. Like now you're having actually all the number. If we click in the number, all the data will come out. Okay? Actually, we can scroll in more. Actually, we have 75 fields. Okay? So If you in Pulau Tikus area in Penang, if you come by, you want to know where the Nasi Kandak is area, you come to the police station. Okay? And we can show you. Okay? Okay, so these are all the e-sectors, banks and all these things. Actually, I can flip through. Station minyak and all these things, sekolah and everything. Okay. Masjid, toko Cina, everything. There Nasi Kandar, ATM machine. Okay, we can go even in Carian Terperinci, whereby we go into detailed search. Okay.
Can you please conclude?
Just conclude. It's about to end. Okay, this is where we key in the data and also going around. So since I'm running out of time, before I end my talk today, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizers and also to yang dihormati Ketua Polis Pulau Pinang for giving me this opportunity to present this project today, because this will be the last time I'll be representing PDRM, because I'll be retiring in 9 days' time. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.